I've heard that I can pay an employee £30,000 tax-free in an employment-related settlement agreement. This employee has been really good to me, so I want to make the maximum use of that £30,000 for them. I'm Richard Hiron, also known as the Hironator, and I'm an employment law solicitor. The key thing there is employment law solicitor, not tax advisor. However, despite that, I do see situations where that £30,000 is perhaps unintentionally misapplied. And then guess who has to go in and start unscrambling things alongside a tax advisor? That's right. So, the thing with the 30,000 termination award that is tax-free is that it is there to compensate the employee for the loss of their employment. Nothing more. So if you are putting other payments into that 30,000 tax-free element, you could not only be landing the employee in trouble with HMRC or any other tax authority, but you might also be landing yourself in trouble with HMRC or any other tax authority. So the classic example of this is an employer trying to put the employee's pay in lieu of notice or notice pay into that 30,000 bracket. That's a big no-no. Don't do it. Please don't do it. Another one that I've seen recently is putting a protective award, so up to 90 days pay, into a termination payment, which again needs a lot of serious thinking before you even consider doing it, because there is a tax angle to that as well as a legal angle, and just because you say it's going to be tax-free, it does not necessarily mean that HMRC will not come in and start saying you need to pay tax and national insurance on that payment despite what you have said in this document. So be extremely careful in what you're promising to an employee to begin with and what you're actually putting in the documents, because just because you say it's tax-free, it doesn't mean that it actually will be. So, I hope that's explained things in a bit more detail. Obviously, you'd need advice, very specific advice for things like that, not just from an employment lawyer, but from a tax specialist as well. However, in the meantime, if you're finding drafting a settlement agreement hard, bring it to Richard.